party hats. Boom, boom. The whole go bang bang here.
Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits. VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Happy Halloween, everybody. This is the VHS Bandits podcast, and today we're going trick-or-treating with The Haunted Mask 2. Let's pop in the tape.
Viewer beware. You're in for a scare.
Cool, huh?
From the pages of R.L. Stein's best-selling books for kids comes the Goosebumps video series.
I think Dad's a mad scientist.
Stay out of the basement. A Night in Terror Tower. The Haunted Mask. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. And The Haunted Mask 2. 5 fun and scary Goosebumps stories come to life.
It's too weird for words.
Don't worry, I'll hold your hand.
It's gonna be great.
Goosebumps on video now. And coming soon. Welcome to Dead House.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the VHS Bandits podcast. This is your co-host, Dane Train. And I got a really special guest for you today. During this holiday season, we've got one of our number one super fans, a good buddy, Chase, a.k.a. DVD Creep. Now, you might be saying, why in the world would a guy with the word DVD be a VHS Bandits super fan? I don't have to tell you that. Chase, welcome to the show, good buddy.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great. It's the holiday season. Well, when I say the holiday season, I mean the Halloween season. And it's great to have you here. It looks like you got some orange flannel on. That's good. I should have worn my orange flannel today, but you know.
I mean, it's turning fall, so it's time to pull them all out.
Are the leaves changing in your neck of the woods?
No, the leads ain't changing.
No.
Not yet. No.
Oh.
I mean, I live across the street from a casino, so I just see lights.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that might not work well with the natural osmosis of the trees in the surrounding area. Maybe I don't know.
All the neons.
Yeah. That's all you see, right? You know. So leaves are just starting to change over in my neck of the woods. Just starting. So it's getting cool too. It's been in like the early 60s lately, so it's nice and cool. All the bumpy pumpkins are out at like the nurseries, you know, to go buy some pumpkins.
Y'all have a head start.
Oh yeah. It's getting in full swing over here. So
yeah, I think we start off our days. It's like 70 something in the morning,
wow.
90 in the afternoon, and then 60 at night. Yeah, it just does a giant.
That's crazy. Yeah, we don't quite get that in New England. That's severe of a change. So, crazy. So, dude, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're the DVD creep. How come you're not the tape creep? What makes you one of the number one super fans of the VHS Bandits podcast?
There's you don't see many bargain bin tape bins anymore.
No.
So I mean, DVDs were just so much easier for me to obtain than trying to track down if I wanted to get Nightmare Sisters on tape, I'd be paying 3 times what I'd pay for the Blu-ray. You know.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah.
I do have a small stack of tapes though. I have a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm sure as many of our listeners know, you have basically been curating a number of our episodes this entire year because you've generously sent us a whole bunch of tapes, and I'm like, hey, DVD Creep sends us these tapes. We got to do the episodes, of course. You know, so there you go.
Those came from when I used to work at a used video game place.
Yeah.
And people would come in with tapes all the time, and the owner was just like, no one's going to buy these. You just throw them in a box in the back. So I was like, what are we going to do with all these tapes? And they're just like, I don't know. I was like, well, I guess I'll take them home. Dug through them, That's where I found Jet Sport Girls.
Yeah.
And the big box of porn.
Think about it. Somebody brought Jet Sport Girls to a used video game store.
No, they brought a whole box of that stuff to the used video game store. And I recently found a new one. It's called the Party Cove. And out here in St. Louis, when everyone goes on vacation, they say they're going to the lake.
Yeah.
So in the Lake of the Ozarks, which I think has been in the news for somewhat sketchy reasons this past year. But yeah, so I guess back in the day, I think it was 93. So I think it predates Girls Gone Wild. They made the Party Cove.
Ooh.
And it is, I'm pretty sure I've seen most of my parents naked in that thing. Yeah. Lots of party hats, lots of wieners.
Crazy.
So those are the kind of tapes I have.
Whoa. Well, think about it, dude. That's like the rarest stuff of all right there, you know?
Yeah, I found it in a gas station once in like earlier 2000s, and my ex-wife at the time told me I could not buy it.
What?
So I didn't pick it up, and I was like, man, I want that Party Cove tape. Like, that's history.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we ended up... I was perusing estate sales trying to see if I can find some more tapes. And this one house, it was in his garage. And he just had this red toolbox, and it had like a hammer, screwdriver, and then one tape. And it was the Party Cove tape.
Were you like, dude, did you buy this at that gas station?
No, I showed up, and of course, I don't think the old man was around anymore. It was like maybe his wife and maybe some of his kids. But I was like, I'm here for the tape. And they're like, what tape? And I was like, the only tape I saw in the pictures.
Wow.
And so they were just like, oh, you must mean this one. And it's sitting. They like brought it up and put it by the TV. And they charged me $5 for it. But I mean, it was something that I wanted.
It's history.
And I probably would have paid more for it at the gas station anyway.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it might have been like $5.25 for all you know. Who knows?
Yeah. I was actually just watching it last night with some buddies on Discord. I mean, it's a crazy tape.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Well, someday we may have to feature that on an upcoming episode. So, that'd be good. That'd be cool. Yeah, so Halloween season, of course, last year I think we did Haunted Mask, so this year we got to do the sequel, Haunted Mask 2.
Yeah, I really need to hear people say Carly Beth one more time.
I know. Tell me about it. Oh, one thing I gotta say before I gotta put a quick pause on the Halloween business real quick. I just gotta let the audience know, the listening audience, before we started. Now, this is Chase's first time on the show. Of course, he's sweating bullets like, whoa, oh my God, I'm gonna be on the show, and you know, it's like meeting a celebrity, right? And you know, whatever. Granted, we've been chit chatting for like 2 years now, and we're buddies, but like this is his first time being on the show, and I was like, dude, I hope that seeing behind the curtain doesn't like make the show lose its luster. You know what I mean? You know, who knows, right? So I hope maybe you'll come back another time. I don't know. You might be like, Jesus, I'm done. I'll never do that again.
Took a huge gamble just hearing my voice.
Yeah, right. You know,
I don't think we've ever talked before. It's just been through emails.
I know. It's well, you know what? I think it's a lot better than mine. You might end up replacing me for all I know. You know, who knows? You know, all the people might say, "Ooh, that sultry DVD creep." Who knows?
Oh,
you know? Yeah. Ah, man. So I forgot. Do you have a copy? Do you have a physical copy of the tape?
I only have a physical copy of the first one on tape.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I ended up sending a lot of that stuff to my nephew down in Texas.
Ooh, good idea. Good idea. So I got the tape here. It comes in this gigantic, hard plastic purple case, and it's got the cover from the book, which all the tapes. They only made like a couple episodes on tapes back in the day. You know, back in the day when like you couldn't just binge watch every show. You could only watch a couple episodes that were distributed up on tape, and this was one of the few, based on book number 36, Haunted Mask 2. And on the back, you got a couple of, a picture of some of the kids and the kid in the haunted mask, and which I don't know. The one on the cover is very green, and the one in the show was very like brown. So I don't know if they were going for realism or what, but I don't know. So it says, based on the all-time best-selling children's book series, viewers beware, you're in for a scare, because reading is a scream. Watch Goosebumps every week on Fox Kids Network. Oh, it says, after last year's terrifying Halloween, Carly Beth buried Carly Beth. She buried her old haunted mask. Now this year, her friend Steve wants to find a mask just as scary. But Carly Beth refuses to tell him where she bought hers. At the last minute, though, Steve encounters a stranger wearing Carly Beth's old mask. A mysterious man who leads him to a boarded-up novelty shop. Steve slips in through the back door and steals a creepy mask he finds in the basement. What he doesn't realize is that Carly Beth's old mask is alive and using both Steve and the shopkeeper to get her back. Ooh, that told
they even just say Carly Beth a bajillion times on the back.
I know. Tell me about it. It's all about Carly Beth, dude. Hey, this tape originally was owned. Somebody, John Hancocked the sticker on the top of the tape. Anna Banicia, if you're listening to this show, I have your copy of Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask 2.
I almost I was looking at my first tape, the Haunted Mask, the original.
Yeah.
And it has like to Andy from someone put on the sticker too. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it said it had the date on it. I think it was like March something 1996.
Oh, wild. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like for somebody's birthday or something. Who knows? Or Christmas.
Yeah, but I mean, they wrote it on the tape.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I got a real special surprise for you. Real special surprise. I dug up something into my archives here. So, a while ago, this is maybe a couple of years ago, my wife and I bought our house, and my old man was going through some old boxes, and he's like, "Hey, I found like an old box of like some toys and some of your crap. So here, go through it, throw away whatever you want, whatever." I'm going through some stuff, and lo and behold, I found, still in the box, brand spanky new, a Goosebumps Collectibles Night of the Living Dummy Slappy figurine.
Oh, no way.
Brand spankety new Slappy the Dummy, and he still works.
He still talks in there?
That's all it does. Yep. So
I'm surprised that still talks.
Dude, the battery still works. I don't know how.
Yeah,
so, like, you got this shot of Slappy.
I mean, that's the goosebump part of it right there.
Yeah, and there's a little red light at the bottom of him that lights him up all spooky. Ooh, real spooky. Ooh, I don't even know what that sound is supposed to be. It says activate here for a scream and glow scare. Okay. And it says a little gist about the dummy and on this little like flap. He can open up this little flap, and on the back, there's a whole bunch of other ones you can get. Like there's Prince Koru, the mummy, Curly, who's like the mascot of Goosebumps. He's like the skeleton with the purple mohawk.
Oh yeah.
You got the mud monster, Cuddles the hamster. So there's a whole bunch on the back that you can collect.
Oh, they didn't just put a sponge in the box for stay out of the sink or under the sink.
Oh yeah, they should have done that, you know?
just a regular yellow sponge.
Yeah. Hey, you know, that could have been up in the attic of Pop's house, you know, who knows? And it, you know, hit the button for the sponge. Ooh, there you go. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll put up a picture of this bad boy up on the Instagram. So keep an eye on that, everybody. Yeah, so there we go. So that's that. So anywho, all right, let's get into the spooky season, and we'll talk about the Haunted Mask 2. So we started off with a couple of Goosebumps related commercials at the head of the tape, you know. So the first one was for the collect the entire set of VHS tapes of Goosebumps, and there weren't many. There was like 4, right? 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it was Night in Terror Tower.
Yeah.
The one with the werewolf?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, both the Haunted Mask. I don't think there was that many at all.
Haunted Mask 2, and maybe there's only like one more. I think that was it.
Yeah, which, I mean, there was just so many like great ones I remember from a kid, but after watching this one, I think it's all just rose-tinted glasses.
Oh, yeah. I remember years ago I had Netflix, and all the episodes were on there. I was watching some of them, I was like, it aged okay. Yeah, I don't know, you know? So.
Yeah, like I liked Say Cheese and Die.
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was doing that.
Yeah, I think the best one, in my opinion, was the one about the summer camp. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like one of the best episodes.
There was one weird one that always stuck with me where it's like, I don't remember what it was, like the dad was building like a little model and they did like a Beetlejuice thing where like the people in the model came to life and the kid got stuck in it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I can always see it in my head, but I can't ever find it. I don't know which one it is.
Man, there was so many good like creepy shows back in the day. You know?
Oh yeah, like Erie, Indiana.
Yeah, dude. Like that, Are You Afraid of the Dark? All kids used to have scary stuff, man. I don't know if kids still have scary stuff like this. I don't know, because Goosebumps was so big back in the day. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I used to go to my local grocery store, like with my one of my folks, and there would be like this whole aisle that was nothing but Goosebumps stuff. There's books, and like there's probably where the stupid figurine came from. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
No, we had the Scholastic Book Fair come through all the time.
Yeah.
That's where I think that's where we picked up most of them.
Yeah.
And then I remember a lot of like swapping them around after you read them with your buds.
Yeah, dude. I used to have like the Goosebumps like puffy stickers, and I had a Trapper Keeper. I
think I had a Trapper Keeper with Curly on it.
Yeah.
With a mohawk, like the big purple mohawk.
Yep. I had one with the mummy. I think he was like surfing or something on the front. I don't know, but yeah, it was all good stuff. So, so then the next commercial was for a whole bunch of the new books that were coming out, and the voiceover was the guy who played Megabyte on Reboot.
Really?
Did you notice that? The guy who was like, like the new Goosebumps books, collect them all. And I recognized it. I'm like, oh, that's Megabyte from Reboot. Yeah. So
I was just looking into Reboot. They I found out that the Canada kept it going.
Oh, I heard there's like some
it got super dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen the entire run. Like it got pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I think it was open ended at the end. I don't think it like closed. And I heard they were trying to make like a live action reboot with like kids, but it's really dopey, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like a Power Rangers kind of a thing. I don't know, stupid.
Why would you take CGI and then like reverse it? And
I don't know.
Put it in live action.
To me, yeah, nothing's better than that early 90s chunky CGI, man. Yeah. That's the stuff. That is the stuff.
Some good old lawnmower, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Friggin' cyber monkeys. Yeah, that's where it's at, you know? So there was a whole bunch of cool books, right? There was like the Choose Your Own Adventure, and there was the ones that were like anthologies. There was a whole lot of books that I don't even know if I even had back in the day. I think I had the standard editions.
I never remember seeing that triple header one, and that looked awesome.
Me neither.
That cover looked awesome.
It looked really cool, you know?
It was like a little three-headed ghoulie. I was
right.
I want to read all three of those stories.
Yeah, looked great. So, and then we cut right into the Haunted Mask 2, and it picks up right after the first one, right? So it's the following Halloween, and I forgot what Carly Beth's buddy's name is. Do you remember? Well, you watched it like 18 times before doing this episode, right? You should know a thing.
Are you talking about the girl's a tiger?
Yeah.
That is the one name I cannot remember.
I know.
Yeah, she's just there.
Yeah. So they're like walking down the street. They meet up with Chuck and Steve, who were the bullies in the first one. And Carly Beth is no longer scared of their shit. And but they all want to know, where's the mask? Oh, we don't know where the mask is, right? She put it somewhere. I don't know why she didn't just like throw it in the trash and let it go to the dumpster. I don't know. That's what I would have done. I don't know. But, and then we cut to, one thing I wanted to say real quick is, I was really pumped to see that they got all the original cast from the first episode.
I'm pretty sure they filmed it right after they filmed the first one.
You might be right.
They even had the original, Carly Beth, when it opens up, she's dressed up in that duck costume.
Yeah.
From the first one that her mom made. They still have all the original costumes.
Yeah, and the house was the same too. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe they just did them back to back.
Yeah.
Maybe. So they have the mask maker guy from the novelty shop. His face is getting all gnarly, right? And he's throwing the masks into the fire, and it's just like a green screen of somebody with their hands on the mask just going, you know?
Do you recognize who that was?
Dude, he's from, he's the bad guy from My Pet Monster. So.
Is the bad guy? When I saw him, I recognized him from Tommy Boy. He's the brakes guy, where you have to put the warranty on the box.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I totally forgot.
That's right. And he didn't put one warning on those masks, but he was all about putting the warranty on the box.
I know. So this is what's funny is, so he decides that he's gonna burn all the masks. I don't know why he just didn't do that from the get-go last year. Because he had all of them, and it was one big room, all lined up. Why not just back then? Oh, I already know that these are evil masks. Why don't I just throw them in the furnace down in the basement of the novelty shop? I don't know.
They didn't even see. Well, jumping ahead here, but they tried burning them, and it doesn't even work.
It didn't do anything.
Yeah. Maybe it has to be like a spooky fire, not just like a nice hot chocolate fire.
Yeah, dude, yeah. It's got to be a spooky fire. That's right. The I don't know what you want to call it. The mask from the first one, the green mask. I don't know.
The good mask.
The good mask. Sure.
Yeah, that mask was actually that mask frightened me.
Yeah, dude. It's what's funny is for some reason, in the first episode it has eyes, but in the second one,
I noticed that
they covered up the eyes, probably because they only had the actor or the shopkeeper probably for a short amount of time, and they probably could only shoot like his 2 scenes. They're like, we gotta just put like a stunt guy in any of his other scenes, and
he's got to make it to the pet shop shoot.
Yeah, exactly. So the mask possesses the shopkeeper and decides that he is the evil of Halloween. I didn't really realize that Halloween was evil necessarily to begin with these crazy haunted masks, but somehow I guess it is, where the evil of Halloween brought the mask back to life. What an explanation. And possesses the shopkeeper so that way he could get Carly Beth back. I don't know why he doesn't just like float up in the air, bolt out of a door or a window, go down the street, find Carly Beth, and get onto her face. I don't know.
I don't even know why he's hooked up on Carly Beth.
Dude, I don't know either.
They don't explain that either.
No. And then he needs to smash the ceramic or porcelain art head that Carly Beth's mom made for her. It's a symbol of love, because somehow he can't possess Carly Beth without that being destroyed. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. That ceramic head was also just as scary as the first mask.
And the funny thing is, why couldn't the possessed shopkeeper just break into the house, get it, and smash it? Why did he need the kid with the old man makeup? I mean, the old man mask to go get it and smash it. Why couldn't he? I don't know. Granted, actually, now I think about it, I think he said I can't look at the mask or something like that.
Oh yeah, he can't look at the head, the porcelain head.
I don't know why, but in any case, So possessed shopkeeper lures the 2 bullies, Chuck and Steve, to the novelty shop where they find one of the masks. It's like an old man mask, nowhere near as scary as the original green mask, which is funny because there were so many other really spooky masks. There's this one that were some of his cheek was taken out. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of looks like a Cenobite.
The guy that was the fat one that his skin was melting down into his neck, that one.
There's a lot of other scares, but no, he needs the geezer I don't know. He's the old geezer. So,
or is that the only one that didn't get destroyed?
Oh, you know what? Well, no, I don't know.
He was throwing some in the fire when it started.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just like, oh, I forgot that one.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or maybe it was all part of the plan. Like, he has to leave that one there, lure the kids there, to put the mask on.
You know, you might
to get to Carly Beth. And he's an evil genius.
It could
Shopkeeper, mask maker.
Could be, man. So I forgot which one it was. I think it was Steve was the one who took the old man mask, right, Steve?
Yeah.
And he decides he's going to wear it for Halloween. He's going to terrorize the town. And it's funny because, like, he puts it on. He scares, like, a couple of kids. And he's, like, within 30 seconds, he's like, oh, I feel all old. I need energy. I'm just going to, like, eat all this candy. He instantly turns into an old man. Even his hands, too. His hands got all, like, rubber glovey and stuff, you know?
It just immediately it turns into a geriatric and needs like a one a day just to make it through the night. Yeah.
You know, wears some Depends.
Yeah, I need some Ensure.
Oh, I love me some Ensure. Yeah, dude. He's got his AARP card that probably, like, magically appears in his wallet, you know?
They just give him nothing but butterscotch and those little strawberry bonbons.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just some hard candy. That's what he needs. Yeah. Oh, and a little can of V8 juice, you know? So, you know? Yeah, so, like, Carly Beth, anytime anybody brings up the mask, she's like, where's the mask? Where'd it come from? Did you guys go to the novelty shop? Where was it? Did you guys go to the... That was her the whole time, was interrogating Chuck about the mask. And it was a little irritating.
Going back, what got me is when the kids were getting out of school, Steve and Chuck, and they're walking around, and the shopkeeper just shows up like he's just strolling in down the street with the mask on, and no one's saying anything to him.
It's a totally bright, clear as day.
Yeah, just
not to mention, hey, you know, one thing I did notice was back to the leaves. When I was watching the episode, and they're coming out of like the school, and they're like, "Hey, man, it's Halloween night. What are we gonna do?" And I'm like, man, all these leaves are like super green. It doesn't look like fall at all, man. When did he shoot this? Like August? I don't know. But I don't know. It's up in Canada. I don't know. Maybe the Canada weather's different. Yeah. I don't know.
Is this all like part of like the? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think all the Goosebumps episodes, I think they were all shot in Canada. So
yeah.
The funny thing is, these two guys are bullies, right? They love to terrorize people. They love to be scary. But as soon as Steve puts on the mask and starts terrorizing the kids, Chuck is like getting cold feet. And he's like, nah, man, this ain't right. No, I'm not cool with this. I'm like, dude, this is like what you guys do. You guys terrorize kids. This is like what you've been wanting all night. Why is Chuck like not into this? I figured he would have been like, yeah, man, dude, you're an old man. Let's go terrorize some kids.
Yeah, they totally, in this one, they were total chumps the whole time.
Totally, man.
Yeah. Like, they tried to scare Carly Beth one time, and they couldn't do it, and they just gave it up.
I don't know. And they seem to be, like, friends now. But, I don't know. They put friggin' worms in her tuna sandwich in the last one. But, I don't know. But, yeah, so, the guy tells, the green mask shop teacher tells the old geezer, hey, man, you gotta go get that porcelain mask and smash it at the cemetery at the stroke of midnight. Yeah. So what fucking happens? But he just gets Carly Beth out of the way in the right nick of time, and that's it. And the shopkeeper is like, the power of love stopped the haunted mask. And I hope it never happens again. And then he walks off. And dude, if I was him, I'd be like, give me those 2 masks, please, and I will dispose of these. Because now I have 365 days to get rid of these masks. You know?
He walks off so nonchalantly, too. Like, yep, see you, kids.
That's it. It's over. Going home.
Sorry about that.
Dear Lord. And then, okay, now it's midnight, right? It's stroke of midnight. At the end, they all go to like Steve's house, and his mom is like, hey, everybody, let's have some hot cocoa. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning at this time. What mother's going to be up making kids hot chocolate at 1 o'clock in the morning? I'd be like, kids, you go to bed. Dear Lord. But yeah, and then they go and they burn the masks, but the geezer mask stays burnt Or at least they don't really show it. But the haunted, the green one, whoosh, pops right back up, and somehow the dog like pulls it out of the flames, like pulls it out of the fire flames, and like wouldn't it get burnt? I don't know. But
I was so waiting for like the mask thing to happen where the dog puts the mask on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Dude,
Like,
I think that would have been a much better ending than what we got of the dog just trying to like bury it like it buries a bone or a shit, you know? So, yeah, that would have been a much, much better ending, you know? But, oh well. But yeah, that's that. What would you say was like your favorite part of this episode?
The stupid thing where she's in the duck costume, and for some reason her friend's like, do the duck dance.
Oh yeah.
She does this weird like waddle walk and like has like her mummy arms out. I don't know. I've never seen anyone do it before.
Yeah.
But she said it like it was just like, you know, like do the duck dance.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why. That part cracked me up.
Yeah.
Let's do the duck dance. That part really got me. I'm trying to think of the other ones. The Chuck dressed up as like the Tattaglia family guy. And he's like, oh, mobster, and then he has his candy bag like hanging from the side. So now he just looks like a waiter in an Italian restaurant. That's how I could think about it. That's how I saw him. Like just
man.
a garçon.
What he put like gauze in his mouth because somehow that makes you sound like a gangster.
Yeah.
It's like, no, man, it sounds like you just had your wisdom teeth removed, you know? I think, like, my favorite scene, because it was so intense, was when Steve, as the old geezer mask guy, goes up to Carly Beth's house, knocks on the door, and is like, hey, lady, I just need a glass of water. I'm just an old man. And she goes to get the glass of water, and he sneaks into the house, and he's like right up against the mantle of the fireplace, and Carly Beth's mom is like right there, and he's like, oh shit, don't look at me, don't see me here. That was like really intense. And then
she clearly looked at him.
I had a little bit of anxiety watching that. I'm not even kidding you, you know? But it was that was a pretty tense. That was probably the most intense part of this entire movie, you know, or show, whatever you want to call it. So, is it a movie? I don't know.
It was 2 episodes, right? They just put them together.
I think it was. I don't know. It was one. I mean, it's how long is this, dude?
It's 47 minutes.
40. It says 45, so maybe it was a 1 hour special. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh well.
I think when I looked it up, it was like they showed one on the Halloween Eve and then one the next day.
Oh, cool.
So I think it was like a 2-parter.
Maybe it was. Yeah. You know, I remember when the first one premiered on TV. I have it recorded. It's on the Halloween Bandits Halloween mixtape, and that was like a 1 hour special at that time. So
okay.
But yeah, I think this was a pretty good length. You know, hey, not to mention, you got a quick little cameo of Carly Beth's brother, who's like, "Hey, Carly Beth, where's your cool mask from last year?" And she's like, "I don't know, you know, shit." And I was, because remember at the end of the first one, he was like, "Trick or treat," and he put the mask on.
Yeah.
I was same thing, kind of like with the dog. I was kind of hoping that maybe the brother would get it and cliffhanger ending or something like that. You know what I mean? But
I'm still holding out for the dog one. I want to see that dog do it,
dude. Maybe they'll come back with a Haunted Mask 3 one of these days. You never know, dude. That would be great. You know, I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if they brought back, they did a remake of, or reboot, I should say, of the Goosebumps TV show. You know, I could see that.
I mean, they just had a couple movies, but I think like I think even just like I think the Haunted Mask would make an awesome like sleazy, cheesy, scary movie.
Oh
too,
yeah.
Though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It definitely has all that. I kept thinking of like Night of the Demons for some reason, just because if you put it on, all of a sudden now you're like a goblin.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And I was like, man, that would have been cool to see something like that.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of Clown a little bit. The movie Clown.
I haven't seen that.
Oh man, it's I don't know if I should give too much away. A guy puts on a clown costume, which ends up being like possessed. It's kind of like the same thing, and he turns into evil clown dude who's eating.
Oh, I'll have
people.
to check that out.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But
did you notice? Did you notice Steve's room? Like how it was decorated? It was just like there was tire tracks and stuff and like weird zigzags painted. And then he had like I guess for copyright issues, they had to tear it up, but it had like a picture of Hendrix and Courtney Love. in the corner.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me of those because it was Fox. I'm assuming the stop and check yourself PSAs. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
Where like the brother and sister are fighting.
Yep.
That's like whoever made that picture and that PSA designed that room. It was just
probably right. You know, I thought it was kind of funny how like I think he only said like one thing. He's all like, "I'm gonna terrorize the Halloween streets tonight." And his mom barges in. Steve, who's in your room? Who are you talking to? He's like, Mom, I'll be out in a second. I'm like, God, he could have been watching a nudie magazine for all you know. Mom, don't
and
you
his
knock?
voice wasn't even different. Like his voice didn't even change then.
I know. I don't know. But yeah, no, that was some good stuff. Good stuff. You know, what I was bummed out was I wish that there was something at the end of the tape too, because I think some of the tapes have like a behind the scenes or something like that at the end of the tape. I was hoping for something like that, but there was nothing like that, you know.
I think the first tape, at the end of that one, it's behind the scenes of A Night in Terror Town.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but oh well. So yeah, dude, what do you think we should rate Haunted Mask 2 out of?
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I don't know, butterscotch candies and inshores.
Ooh, okay, butterscotch candies. Okay, all right, dude. Out of 10 butterscotch candies, how many do you give Haunted Mask 2?
I have to give it 4.
Oh, out of 10?
Yeah, man.
It sounds like Kevbot's back on the show. Whoa.
I know this is like the one time I'd have to go with him on this one, man. I remember it being. I think I got it too confused with the first one.
Okay.
When you messaged me about it, because I remember the floating mask at the end of the first one, really just creeped me out as a kid.
Sure.
And I think if I watched this one as a kid, I don't think there was much in there that would have got me.
Okay, I got you.
Except for the spiders. The spiders coming out of the face.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Then when the shopkeeper just kept saying, like, I'm going to fill you with spiders.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that would creep me out.
Yeah.
And I will say, the one thing, like, when you're talking about the Steve and the mask going into the mom's house and that being intense, there was, like, one shot in the cemetery where the shopkeeper comes down. He's got the big like Dracula robe on, and he's got the mask. It's all shadowed.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty cool like shot. That looked creepy.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
But other than that, I couldn't get into this one.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's still higher than I would put Night in Terror Tower.
That's hands down the worst episode of Goosebumps ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was probably like the same thing, probably around 45 minutes. It felt like it was 3 hours long to me.
I also think it's because Steve and Chuck were just kind of wimps. Like there was in the first one, they were doing jokes and pranks and stuff, and in this one, they were just kind of like, all right, like, we're just here.
It almost felt like they were separate, like they were different characters, you know?
Yeah, they were definitely different characters, especially like when they separated and all of a sudden Chuck is now, buddy with Carly Beth and Tiger Girl.
Yeah, Tiger Girl, yeah.
Who was originally a cat, so I guess that shows.
Oh, in the first one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
she was evolution
a cat,
there, yeah.
Yeah, she matured into a tiger.
Yeah. You know what that was funny was every single time that Steve like asked anybody for help, they're just like, "No way, man! You're a gross old man. You smell." And they just run away. Or dude, he like went up to an adult. It was like, "Excuse me, help me." And she just goes, "You should be ashamed of yourself." I'm like, is that all right? Next time I see an old man walking down the street going, "Help me, help me," I'm gonna say, "You should be ashamed of yourself."
When he's asking those kids to take the mask off him, and he's like, the line, and the guy's one kid's just like, "That's no line, mister. That's your face." Just like, take off right away.
He's like, "You smell real bad, mister." And he's like, "Look under my shirt, Sonny. Look under my shirt." I'm like, whoa. I got candy, you know. Oh man. Ugh. All right, I think I'm gonna give Haunted Mask 2 an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Man.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. You know,
I think
okay, it's got nothing on Haunted Mask 1, right? I think I probably gave that a 10 out of 10. I don't know, but I think it's, you know what, the one thing I think I like the most about it? It still gives me that, like, Halloween vibe. So, like, it could be, like, wintertime, whatever. If I have an itch for some Halloween feeling, like old school trick-or-treating Halloween, like, feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, that feeling that you get about Halloween. I could pop this on and be like, there we go. I'm getting my Halloween vibes, you know? So, I think I mostly like it for that. Now, granted, I saw this later on in life. I only saw this a couple of years ago for the first time when I got the tape. I didn't watch it on Fox Kids back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Unlike the first one and most of all the other episodes. So I didn't get to see this one until I got the tape. And maybe I would feel differently if I had seen it as a kid as opposed to now. I don't know, but seeing it now, I think, I don't know, I appreciate it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like, seeing it now is, like, nostalgic for that time.
Yeah.
But me, when you brought it up, and I was like, oh, man, that was awesome. And then I watched it again, and I was like, what happened?
Yep.
This was so much better when I was younger.
Then I feel like I ruined it for you.
No, you didn't ruin it. I mean, it's still something that, like, if my nephew ever comes to visit, I'd love to watch it with him. Maybe throw that and the Monster Mash tape in.
Yeah,
that other
there
Fox
you go.
special. Yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff. Cool. Yeah, there you go. What are your plans for the Halloween season this year? You got any good plans you doing that you guys have going on?
No, it's way too close. I'm a last minute guy.
Oh, okay.
As soon as we get there, I'll figure something out.
Oh, there you go.
This year's a little different because Lady DVD Creep's up in Fargo, North Dakota. So normally we have plans and we go do something. But this year I'm going to be flying solo, so it might be handing out candy.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Good. So yesterday, I went into my shed. I got like a shed off the side of the house, and I have these big like blue bins that I got like all my Halloween decorations in. And honestly, dude, I love to like decorate like the house and stuff typically, but like every year I do it, it's a pain in the ass. And it got to the point where like I would keep the stuff up for like the month, and it's like fucking, it pours, it rains, it gets wicked windy, all my stuff like falls, it gets blown around, or like we get like a freak snow or something like that, you know what I mean? Or even like I got like one of those big backpack leaf blowers, and it gets so many leaves that come down like so much that I'm blowing leaves, and I don't want to have to like go around a Halloween decoration. So I'm like, oh, after all these years, I'm like, you know what? I just do it on the day of Halloween, right? So like in the morning, you set everything up. It's on for like 4 hours, and then you hit the lights. I stuff everything in the garage real quick, and then I deal with it like the next day and put it all back away. And I'm like, that's a lot of work. And it got to the point where I'm like, man, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. You know, and now it's like, now I have less time than ever to do any of this stuff. But you know what always happens? I get the bug, right? You get the bug. I get the email from Home Depot that's like, all of our new Halloween stuff is out. And I'm looking at the stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to buy anything, but I'm like, it's just giving me that itch, right? So yesterday, I go into the shed, look at all the boxes, man. All the boxes are freaking covered in mouse turds. So obviously mice have been in there like over the winter time, and oh God, right? So I'm pulling out I got gloves on. I'm pulling out the boxes, and like all my like styrofoam tombstones and pumpkins and all that crap is in there, right? So 2 years ago, I bought these like fake skeletons at Home Depot, and I corpsed them up. So like I took like plastic like those plastic covers you put down like when you're gonna paint.
Oh yeah.
Like a I don't know, a painter's tarp or something, like whatever you want to call it. And I use like a hot glue. I use a heat gun, and you like shrink it all up on the bones, and you like paint it and stuff.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And you make it look like it's like this half decomposed body, right? Put that up on a chair in the yard or something like that, right? Well, I pull those out, and inside the chest rib cage of one of them is this big ass mouse nest, right? All stuffed with stuff, So, dear Lord, now I'm like, now how am I going to clean this up? What am I going to do with this? Or should I just leave it and be like, that's a good effect? I don't even know if I'm going to put anything out this year. It's like I pulled out the boxes, but I'm like, I still don't know what I want to do.
So the Home Depot, when they sold that, what was that 12-foot skeleton thing?
Yeah, dude. It's
that's
crazy?
like the only thing you need. You just get that one thing.
Well, it's funny you say that, dude. This is kind of crazy. So they had that big 12-foot tall skeleton last year, right? Now they still have it this year, but they also made this 12-foot tall like skeleton pumpkin man. So it's got like a big pumpkin head, and like it's a skeleton, but it's got like pumpkin-y, viney hands and stuff, and its chest like glows like fire. And it has like eyes and a mouth and it talks and stuff. It's fucking $350 for this thing. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, of course, it's stupid money, but I'm like, it's so cool. And I really wanted to see it.
I mean,
I have
150 is not bad.
Oh, yeah, not for me. It's not my cards right now. But I like really wanted to see one in real life, right? And my local Home Depot usually doesn't get their Halloween stuff out till like right around now. So maybe I'll go down there tomorrow, go take a peek, see what's in there. But I went back on the website not that long ago, and like it's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, those skeletons sell like so fast.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they just fucking, instead of just saying it's sold out, maybe they just took down the whole thing. And then like I tried to Google it, and people on eBay and Mercari are trying to sell this thing for like $1,200. And I'm like, Jesus. Wow, okay. I guess they're all sold out, So
yeah, we have a friend who has one in her house, and she decorates it for everything. She has like a split level house.
Oh, cool.
So like in the bottom, so the split level, it just sits there, and I think she just decorates it for each occasion.
That's great.
I mean, once you spend that kind of money on that big of a skeleton, you got to get 365 days out of it if you're spending.
It's an investment at that point. Yeah. Man, oh man, yeah. Again, like, dude, if I had the money, I'd freaking get that thing and just keep it up, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but,
just decorate it for everything.
Yeah. Put a Santa hat on it or something. So,
see, my favorite was I think my freshman year of high school. It might have been my freshman year of high school. We had moved from living out in a farm to moving into the city, where my dad got super stoked. Like, we're gonna have trick-or-treaters now. So we spent, days planning this thing, and we made a giant haunted maze in our front yard with T-posts and trash bags.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh.
And we did that for a while. We did that for 2 years, and then we used to go to Six Flags all the time and volunteer and do their haunted houses for the Boy Scouts. You didn't have to be in the Boy Scouts. You just show up and put on a mask, and you just get free passes to go into Six Flags.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
Oh. Sorry.
What happened, dude?
My monitor was about to shut off.
Oh, you're still here. I still got you.
Oh, right on.
I thought like your phone rang or something.
No, I got all that stuff put on silent.
All right.
I was going to give you my full undivided attention.
Oh, thank you. All right. Dude, I've been wanting to do a haunted garage for years. Like, I really want to I got a 2-bay garage, right? Two door garage, right?
Yeah.
And I really want to like maybe like a horseshoe. Like, you go in one side, you curve around, you come out the other, and just fill it with, I don't know, make it look like a haunted house. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I've been wanting to do that forever. It's never gonna happen, but it's just like a dream of mine to do something where like, and it too, like, I don't get. I mean, do I get trick or treaters? Yeah, but I get like 30. Yeah. I don't get like enough, I would think, to justify that. And honestly, dude, that was kind of another reason why every single year I kind of say I'm gonna quit doing the haunted decorations out for Halloween, because I'm like, my return on investment isn't so good, because I spent all this time putting all this shit outside and so few people see it. Yeah, like the kids and even the parents are like, I love this, is great. But it's just not, I don't know. It's not enough. I don't know.
We'll have to see. we'll be picking out a house next year, so that'll be my turn to start decorating stuff.
There you
Right
go.
now, we just put a spooky wreath on the apartment door, and that's about it.
That's better than nothing, right? Maybe who knows, dude? That might be all I'm doing this year. Who knows? You know.
And we have our neighbors, and we get into wreath wars. I don't think I've ever talked to them. They never talk to me, but I've noticed that I'll put a wreath up, and they'll put a slightly bigger wreath up.
That's awesome.
And then each holiday, we just put wreaths up, and one's always like, oh.
That's cool, man. Dude, one of these days, you're just going to have to knock on the door and be like, hey, I'm the wreath guy from this apartment, you know? So, one of these days. That'd be cool. Hey, do you ever watch any of the Halloween shows on Food Network? You ever watch any like the Baking Championship or any of that stuff?
No, but when you brought up Haunted Garage, it made me think of that show where those guys talk about haunted cars and how I didn't even know that was a thing.
Haunted cars?
Yeah.
What show is that, dude?
It's just called Haunted Garage, and they talk about like possessed demon cars that like, people have. Like people will call in and just be like, "Yeah, my car just like it spitters and spatters," and it's just like it doesn't need an oil change. It's definitely possessed.
Whoa, okay. Yeah. Wow, dude, I'm gonna have to Google that. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
I think they're local guys out here in St. Louis.
No
I don't
shit.
know.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I gotta check that out. That sounds great. That sounds awesome, dude. I have to send you. I totally forgot if I sent you in Google Drive. There are these. Speaking of local, I know we've probably talked about it on the show before. There are these dudes back in like late 90s, early 2000s, probably more early 2000s, who used to make these zero budget little horror anthology movies. And I ended up like meeting these guys and getting a couple of their DVDs, and I ripped them and I put them in a Google Drive so I could send them to the other bandits, right? So that they want to watch them for the holiday season. Dude, I gotta send these to you and show you some of these, dude. They're wild. Hey, if anybody out there listening wants to see some of these crazy local Massachusetts horror anthology movies on zero budget, let me know. Shoot me an email at thevhsbandits@gmail.com or shoot us a DM on Instagram, and I will send you over a link to some of these quality little movies. Quality is the word here. Yeah, so there you go. So, so that's that, dude. That is that. Well, thanks for watching Haunted Mask 2 with me and being on the show today.
Yeah, man. It's pretty awesome. I know, like, I'm a little wound up tight because I've never done anything like this before. So, yeah.
Well, dude, I think you did great. I think you should totally come back.
Hey, man.
Another time.
Maybe something I'll give higher than a 4 to. I feel really bad that my first one I have to rate so low.
Well, hey, when KevBot's around, we're real used to it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one giving everybody the good reviews. I don't know. I'm easy to please. What can I say?
Normally I am too. I mean, I've got all these movies that are just trash.
I know, man. I'm looking behind you. Jeez Louise. I can't read anything, but you got a lot of stuff back there. I'm thinking you got some good taste, right? So, I mean, my God. But
yeah, there's stuff like I do have Robo War.
Robo War. See, how can you give Haunted Mask 2 a 4 out of 10, but you got a copy of Robo War right behind you?
On Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray. How does that make any sense? Jeez Louise. For crying out loud. All right. Well, in any case, dude, happy Halloween to you. Thanks again for being on the show.
Yeah, happy Halloween to you as well.
And hopefully we didn't scare you away. Hopefully you'll come back.
No.
So.
Yeah.
And,
I thought there'd be yeah.
All right.
I had a good time.
Cool. Good stuff. And we want to thank you, the listeners, for checking out VHS Bandits today. Hope you all have a wonderful, happy Halloween season. We'll see you again 2 more times this year. We got 2 more great episodes coming up. One's a regular one. One is for our Party Hat Patrol on our Patreon. And we want to thank all of our Patreon members, the regular, standard Snake Eaters, and the Party Hat Patrol members for supporting us on Patreon, including Chase, the DVD creep over here. And thank you, everybody, for listening. And until next time, be kind and rewind.
I hope you enjoyed that story. That Steve is a good kid. He brought me some of his trick-or-treat goodies. Cream filling, my favorite. Good night, everyone.